and welcome to this week's Fibro section. Jazz hands, woo! And this week we are talking about the difference between fibromyalgia and CRPS. And here is the trusted notebook. And that bell going off in the background is for Poppy's lunch. Excuse the redness of my skin. It does that when I get the hyperhidrosis, which I have got today. So even though it feels cool to touch, it is quite red. And if you don't know about hyperhidrosis, I will link my video on it for you to go and watch after this one, obviously. Right, so let's get the trusted notepad in position. So the difference between CRPS and fibromyalgia. So fibromyalgia and CRPS are both chronic and debilitating pain syndromes. Although they do share similarities, the two conditions are completely different. So CRPS stands for Complex Regional Pain Syndrome, also known as reflex sympathetic dystrophy. That's probably going in a room with the lunch. Each condition causes extreme, constant pain which remains incurable. There are some obvious similarities between them both. I bet you've missed me not being able to pronounce me words properly. No, they say, not really. They both cause life-changing symptoms which can lead to extreme difficulty with movement. Symptoms of each condition are said to be aggravated by changes in temperature. Where fibromyalgia is thought to be caused by infection or trauma, CRPS is caused by injury or surgical procedure. Fibromyalgia, I can't even say fibromyalgia now. Fibromyalgia can worsen or improve, have good or bad days, but with CRPS it is much rarer for that to happen. Unlike fibromyalgia, CRPS tend to exhibit changes in skin colour and temperature at the site of the injury too. In some cases, the skin in the affected limb may be hot, red and dry, whereas other times it may be cold, blue and sweaty. Most patients also describe a lack of strength, difficulty moving the affected body part, muscle spasm and tremors, as well as abnormal limb posture. Diagnosing both fibromyalgia and CRPS can be difficult, as symptoms of each condition mimic each other's conditions, so it's difficult. Diagnosis of fibromyalgia includes a 3-month history of widespread pain in at least 11 to 18 tender point sites. The long-term pain of CRPS is usually confined to one limb, although it can spread to other areas of the body. Treatments for both fibro and CRPS are similar. Education and self-management, physiotherapy exercises, pain relief such as anticonvulsants or antidepressants, psychological support to help cope with the emotional impact of living with either CRPS or fibromyalgia, and CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy, is often used. So, oh God, but I've been holding that stand up and it weighs a ton. I think that's, yeah, nice. That's going to hurt now. But yeah, so you can see the similarities between fibromyalgia and CRPS. Now, as I say, CRPS tends to be from an injury to an area or a surgical procedure, but fibro more comes from trauma. Or someone said to me actually on Twitter, which interested me, that they thought it was from overactivity as well. So like their lives were far too busy and overactive, and that is interesting for me because that's never been suggested in any of the history that I've researched. But that could apply to me because I was a very, very busy person before I got ill, and I always say that I think it was my body's way of saying, calm down, slow down a bit, Nick. But it was interesting that they said that. So, but they also had a lot of trauma as well, as did I. So I think it's a mixture of everything with fibromyalgia. I think it's a mixture of everything, from overactivity to stress to trauma to infection, that can cause the damage in your brain to send signals to your nerves in your body, to tell them, the nerves and muscles, that they're in pain, and to spasm them, and to, you know, do all these things to us. There's the different causes of CRPS and fibromyalgia that's quite interesting. Now, if you feel, oh, actually my pain always seems to be in this one area, and I did hurt it at one point, or I broke this bone at one point, or I had an operation on that area, go and speak to your GP and see what they say, because it is all about like looking back at your past history and what they feel, you know, where the pain is, if it's centralized, if all that links together, then obviously you could have more CRPS, or you could have both. If you've got one area that's painful all the time from an injury or surgical procedure, and you've got pain all over your body and all the other things, you could well have both. But you could see how it's difficult for a specialist to diagnose both, because both are very similar. So anyway, but they are different as well. Mind blown. I just thought it was interesting to go through that this week. I know it's quite a short one this week, but I have personally been interested in that, because I've seen CRPS come up quite a lot in different people and different things that people have put on social media, and I've been like, oh, what is CRPS? What is the difference with CRPS and fibromyalgia? So I thought, I know, I shall make a fibro section on it. So hopefully you found this interesting. If you have found it interesting, hit that thumbs up and leave me a nice comment. But also let me know if you suffer from both, if you suffer from one or the other, or if you've heard that, you know, my research is what you know of, or if you know differently, let me know. Also, let me know in the comments below what fibro sections you'd like me to film. I have got a long list that I've still got to go, but I can always add to the list, so pop it in the comments below. Let me know what you would like me to research and film for you, and I will try my best to do that. I will see you all on Saturday for the weekly. Take care and stay safe. Love you lots. Mwah.